So since all the announcements just dropped and none of them are really coming into play till about August-ish, it feels like there's a bit of downtime. So I think I can finally start doing some of the topics I have in my notes that I've been wanting to do for a little bit. One of which is a controversial-ish topic amongst many gaming communities that use free-to-play systems, which is free-to-play versus pay-to-win. Now, luckily, in Fire Emblem Heroes, I would say that it doesn't exist as much. It does indeed exist, but luckily so, not in a way that really destroys the community or makes it too incredibly, insurmountably unfair. Right? As you can see, I am a free-to-play player, obviously. My Don't Spend Your Orbs videos have been becoming very abundant in many of the Fire Emblem Heroes recommended feeds. But I think whether you're free-to-play or pay-to-win, as it were, I don't really think pay-to-win exists in such a way that it's actually pay-to-win. It's merely a moniker for someone who just, you know, happens to spend money on the game to get units they want, right? So, it doesn't exist on a level to where, I don't know, for example, Clash Royale, where you can essentially buy your way to the top. In Fire Emblem, it doesn't exist to that scale because you still require a relatively significant amount of skill to essentially get to the top. But as far as the top is concerned, there isn't too heck of a motivation to get up there except for relatively minuscule rewards. I'll probably check on that later once I finish these arena battles here. I'll look at those rewards. They're nothing too great, honestly. If I remember correctly, we get 3 to 4 orbs in the higher tiers of arena, which we can easily obtain just by logging in twice in 2 days. So really, there isn't too much too much there to make us competitive enough to just, like, absolutely have to make it to the top no matter what, other than your own personal feelings and maybe bragging rights. Hey, look at me, I'm tier 20. Because I can tell you from personal experience that, you know, I know people are gonna tell me this if I don't say it, because it does exist, but small, you know. Because I was in an arena duel very recently where I managed to kill pretty much the entire team except for a single Hector. And I did it very easily. The other units were pretty trashy. They got easily baited into my units, and all that was left was a Hector. Except this motherfucker had, like, Hector merged to +5, where the other units were, like, just regular level 40 things with no effort put into the unit. And this Hector had, obviously his Armads, he had Pavise, and, Vantage. And he legitimately just pub-stomped my entire team, which consisted of Olivia, Camus, Julia, and Clarice, because Clarice was the bonus hero. I could fucking, like, there wasn't fucking shit I could do As soon as I dealt him enough damage to put him into vantage range, nobody was able to tank him and deal enough damage back to finish him off. So in that aspect, you could say, oh, that fucking pay-to-win piece of shit merged his Hector several times, gave him the most OP build, and then just threw it on his defense team and then expects to win and wins all the fucking time because he's a fucking asshole, doesn't even have to try, he just uses money to win, right? I think it's primarily my fault because I should have been expecting a Hector to show up. He's a very popular unit. The reason why I bring Julia on my team almost all the time is because Reinhardt and Olwen are extremely popular units. And as you can see, I've been using my Cecilia here, who's actually kind of a trash unit. She's only on here because Horse Emblem. She's a 3-star level 40 with no effort whatsoever put into her. And she's been able to tank and counterattack Reinhardt extremely reliably so far, without me even checking the Reinhardt to see how strong they are. But it's primarily my fault because I should have been expecting a unit like that, or even a regular Hector. I had nobody who could really deal with the Hector. In fact, I really should have seen it coming even more because an arena duel before that, I got lucky because my Julia had her special ready and managed to kill that Hector using her special, so she didn't have to worry about taking a counterattack. So, when things come down to free-to-play, pay-to-win, I think in the Fire Emblem community, it's not non-existent, but it's also not a problem. So, I think the only thing I feel would be negative about our free-to-play system in Fire Emblem Heroes is a little bit of jealousy. I think that's about it. Oh, that guy just pulled fucking 3 5-stars out of a single, 20 orb pull? Fuck. I'm pretty jealous, we have human emotions. But, hopefully this kind of sheds some light on the topic. See you next time.